It's the 22nd of February, and it's my birthday. But instead of putting the spotlight on me, let's put the spotlight on him. Because who am I if not for him? Who are we if not for him? What is even everything if not for him? He's God, He's the creator. And so today I'm really convicted to share about my personal experience with God, of how He encountered me at my lowest point. Just for a brief background, before meeting Jesus Christ, I was in a lot of sin. I was angry. I was depressed. I was unforgiving. I had this hatred towards some people around me. And I was also dabbling into a lot of dark spiritual stuff. I was watching a lot of horror movies. I was studying Buddhism, Taoism, astrology. I was into psychics, and I was so deep into lust. I was watching a lot of gay porn almost every night for hours. And this porn addiction, I think, led me to work as an Onlyfans chatter. So you could just imagine how tight the grip was of the devil on me. And fast forward, when my dog died, I was really devastated. And I thought I was going to grieve for a long time, but I was mistaken. So when I was burying her, it was raining really hard, and I felt pain on my palms. And when I looked on each one of my palms, there's a blister. So I just looked up, and because it reminded me of Jesus Christ, a name that I haven't called for a really long time. Growing up, I didn't really pray. I never went to church. So he was a stranger to me in a sense. And yeah, so I was in a lot of pain that night that I just had to pray. I didn't know if there's a correct way for praying. I just poured my heart out. And surprisingly, the next day when I woke up, I just felt this unexplainable peace. It was very comforting. I just knew it was a prayer. God listened to me and God took away all the pain. And after that, I just got really hungry for more of Him. So I watched a lot of videos, I searched on the web, and so there's a lot of things that happened after that. But for today, I just want to focus on this one specific encounter. So I was watching videos on YouTube, and for some reason, something just pulled me to check on the time, and I saw 333. It just struck me. Something about this number made me want to search. So it led me to Jeremiah 33:3, which says, "Call to me, and I will show you great and mighty things which you do not know." And so I prayed that night. I told God, if you really want to show me something, I'd gladly accept, only if it's your will. So immediately after lying down, I felt this prickling electricity on my feet going up to my head. And so I was wide awake, my eyes were open, and then I had this vision. I'll just tell more about it on the next videos, but to cut the story short, I knew it was Jesus Christ. I know that it's Him, and I just felt this feeling of massive love, something incomprehensible. It felt so fulfilling, so heartwarming, so comforting, so welcoming, and I even felt so undeserving because I am a sinner. I'm such a sinner. But He still saved me. He forgave me of my sins. And that encounter changed me a lot, and I was just so overwhelmed with love, was brimming, that I just couldn't help but share it to the people around me. It changed me in a lot of ways, and I'm just so grateful as well. Um, it just shows you how gracious and how merciful God is if you just surrender everything to Him. When you get really closer with God, you realize just how dirty you are as a person, as a human being. So after that, I experienced this spiritual warfare. This spiritual warfare is very prominent because it happened for 3 consecutive nights. I dreamt of temptations. So the devil was tempting me in my dreams. It was really difficult because the demons study us. They know our innermost fleshly desires. So it was really difficult for me to overcome the temptations. So I just relied solely on Jesus Christ to get me out of that dream of the temptations. And yeah, He did. And I'm just so thankful. The spiritual warfare, the battles, it's not meant for us to fight. It's spiritual. It's not our realm. So we just surrender everything to Him and trust in Him. So yeah, that happened. And not to boast, after that, even after the death of my dog, I had been free from gay corn. It has been almost around 4 months now, and I am not saying this to boast about me. I'm telling this to boast about the willingness of God to help, the power of God, the love of God, His mercy. As it says in 2 Corinthians 12:9, Paul says to boast about our weaknesses, as it highlights God, the glory of God, and that's the purpose of our testimonies. And yeah, I just also encourage everyone to have or seek that relationship with Jesus Christ, because God communicates with us. We just have to open our hearts, our mind to His messages. And when you have that relationship, it's just very fulfilling. Every problem, trials or tribulations just feels so small in a way, because we have God, and we can do anything, everything through Him. And we just have to have that heart posture of always desperately needing Him, because we need Jesus Christ. We need Him every day. We're not perfect. And so to anyone out there who's struggling with their sin, do not push yourself down. It's not God speaking to you if you're doing that. It's the devil condemning you. So the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Let's not allow him to trample on us, and let's rely on Jesus Christ. And again, if you're struggling with this sin that you've been fighting for so long, as long as your heart is repentant, as long as your heart hates that sin, you just couldn't do anything about it. God sees that and He understands that. So just continue to surrender everything to Him and allow Him to help you. Trust in Him with all of your heart. And yeah, Jesus loves you.